with you your host for this evening, the legendary Mr. Daniel Johnson!
Martin in the background. You'll be no Chris Angel, will you, Martin? Oh, yeah. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Good evening. And hello, Birmingham. I was promised a good audience. I didn't realise I'd need to get 150 comps away. Anyway, family, friends, honoured guests, Rabbi Jacoby. It gives me great pleasure to offer you a very warm welcome and a happy to Phoebe's Bat Mitzvah. The joke. There was this doctor. I think it's better this way. And he's taking his way through, he's just about had enough. One sore throat after another. Anyway, looks up. All of a sudden, this woman of his dreams walks in, holding an old lady's hand. So, sit down. The doctor says, how can I help you? And she says, we've come for an examination, doctor. Okay, if you'd just like to go behind the screen, take all your clothes off and lie on the couch, I'll be with you in a moment. No, doctor, the examination isn't for me, it's for my granny. He goes over to the granny and goes, all right, Gran, you just stick your tongue out for me. Oh, it makes me... I'm going to give you a bit of what I wrote, so... Okay. This is a milestone in my family's life, and it's fantastic to share it all with you tonight. Having 4 daughters is a delight, and it certainly helps to keep me in touch with your feminine side. And for those who are interested, I'm wearing a very light foundation. MAC, I think, is what they recommended. A little whisker blusher and a simple charcoal eyeliner, which I find works best for me. In case you are wondering, I don't believe in plastic surgery. But Botox, what can you do? Today, my funeral neighbour have been very excited, looking forward to their sister's big day. And I want to thank them for being very loving and supportive sisters. That's genuine. You all make a great team. You all make a great team and you're lovely girls, and I'm sure your bond and love for each other will continue throughout your lives. Mum and I have always tried to set a good example. We keep the 10 commandments. I keep 6, she keeps the other 4. or as we affectionately know her as number 2. I can sum up my beautiful Phoebe quite simply, and I've said it to her many times. Phoebe, you've never been a day's trouble in your life. Born in 5 minutes flat, you always make things look easy. Great little sports runner. Netball, swimming, the list does go on. But most importantly of all, you are very kind and understanding, which includes your most special quality, a peacemaker. And that, to me, is your most precious gift. She will always balance an argument, seeing both sides and find a sensible solution, and then leave the room and slamming the door behind her. Which, to me, is a sign of a true lady. So I'm confident, Phoebe, you'll take these steps into your adulthood, and you take the steps into adulthood, you will develop a positive and optimistic nature, and you'll be a credit to your family. To repeat what everyone has said to me all night, Phoebe, you were really, really good in shul today. And your Hebrew knowledge was very limited 6 months ago, and you have done a really, really good job. Yeah. You read perfectly with heart and feeling. And it was a dream come true for all the family, which is unusual, to share with the Bat Mitzvah up on the bimmer, all the girls. And we were all schlapping knockers. I know you're going to continue with your Kabbalat Torah as Tamar did, which can only help to expand and enrich your Jewish education. So a big thank you to Joe Elijah and Joel Drapkin for all their dedication and hard work in teaching all the kids at Hayder at the BPS and keeping it going and making it what it is today, the busiest Hayder in Birmingham. Which is Today we think of all our loved ones who are no longer with us, and we, as you know, hang them all over the walls, and we would like to look at them and raise our glasses to them and give a big l'chaim to, obviously, my dad Dave, Jen's mum Pat, Uncle Jeff, Uncle Rex, Auntie Brenda, Uncle Barry, Auntie Dina, and all the other relatives and friends that we love and miss today. L'chaim. L'chaim. Nanny Jean, or Mum the Bum, as you're affectionately known, as usual, painfully perfect with a true spirit of love and loyalty to your nearest and dearest. We all love you and respect you, and we'd be lost without you. Luckily, I married my dream girl. And she has prepared the Bat Mitzvah beautifully, with a bit of help. And she's a superstar wife, which is not like my old friend Bernie Goldstone. Now, poor old Bernie Goldstone, he didn't have a good time when he prepared his Bat Mitzvah. He had a wife that caused him a lot of solace. She was spending well out of control. She came in one day, as usual, carrying loads and loads of carrier bags. He says, "Where in the world do you think I'm going to get all the money to pay for all this lot?" She said, "Bernie, you can call me many things, but nosy I'm not." "That's it," he said. I've had enough. I'm leaving you. You can forget it." So he goes straight round to see his analyst, A.B. Cohen. He says, "A.B., my wife is driving me crazy. I'm suicidal and I don't know what to do." He said, "Calm down, Bernie. I'm sure I can help you. But just in case, you better pay me first." "Okay, that's fair enough, but how much is it going to cost me?" "Let's call it 250 quid to get you going." 250 quid? Do you think I'm crazy? So he said, "Bernie, sit down, let's be serious. Women can be difficult. You've got to learn how to handle them." "Is she very difficult to please?" He says, "I don't know, I've never tried." "Well, it's Bernie, no wonder you're having problems. You've got to learn how to charm her. Now, what's her favourite flour?" "Flour?" He says, "I don't know." He says, "We only use matzo meal and we get it from Mr. G's in Persia Road." said, oh, Bernie, I can see where you're going wrong. He said, you've got to try buying her a present. He says, I did. Last week, I went home with a beautiful diamond ring. I put it on her finger, and she said, Bernie, it's tiny. I said, darling, I know, but that is a perfect diamond. There are no flaws in marks in it whatsoever. She looked down at it and said, well, there aren't room for any. I had to go away on business last week. God, it was a terrible week. I hadn't sold anything. I came back, I gave her a little nudge after 3 days. She went, Bernie, forget it. She said, if you think while you're in business I'm having a good time, I'm cleaning and polishing, forget it. Following night, gave another little smile and a nudge, any chance? None whatsoever. So I've got a headache, Bernie, you can forget it, go to sleep. Third night, you'd think, I gave her a little smile, darling. She said, Bernie, what are you, some sort of sex maniac? Last Sunday, it was so hot, I tried to give her a smile. I suggested mowing the lawn with me clothes, and I thought I'd ask her what she thought the neighbours would say. She said, they definitely know that I married you for your money. I said, look, darling, I'll give you some driving lessons to cheer her up. So I took her down Hampstead Heath. Oh, it was, all of a sudden, the brakes went. There's Bentleys on the left, Mercedes on the right. I've slammed on the handbrake. I didn't know what to do. She said, Bernie, what am I going to do? She said, for God's sake, I don't know, try and hit something cheap. Honestly, Abe, she's horrible. I can't take any more of her. We were watching the telly. I said, you want to watch Emmanuel or the golf? She said, watch Emmanuel, you know how to play golf. I tell you, so you think I've had problems? Bernie's got a lot worse. I'll tell you one more, the rabbi joke. So, two rabbis, and they go into shul in Central. They've got the young rabbi, the old rabbi. He says, every week, the young rabbi says, every week we say Good Shabbos. What does it mean to you, Good Shabbos? The old rabbi says, well, I have a lovely breakfast. I go to shul. I do a lovely sermon. My Bat Mitzvah boy's great, and I go home, I sleep, and come back. That to me is a Good Shabbos. He said, what is it to you, Rabbi Bloom? The young rabbi says, well, I come home on Friday night, make love to my wife, so get up Saturday morning, go to shul, we make love with them after I come back, have a little sleep, make love in the evening, afternoon, then I go back, do a little sermon, and that to me is a good Shabbos. Well, Rabbi says, Rabbi Bloom, that is not a good Shabbos. He said, oh, I'm so sorry, but what is it? Rabbi Jacob said, that is a great Shabbos. You want one more or not? Yeah. This the band? Yeah. Oh, the band. There they are, sitting in the bar, the three fellas, Bernie's three mates, this is good. He said, we sit here every week, we have a drink, talk about football and rubbish. Isn't it time we started to bond like women do? They want you to get together and share things. So Bernie says, well, I'll tell you something about myself. I've never told anyone else in my whole life. He says, yes, what is it, guy? I'm gay. You're gay? Oh my God, that's incredible. He says, well, don't worry, you know, I need to share it. We want to share bread. It's fine, we will always carry on drinking, it's fine. What about you, Jaime? Well, you know, Maury Goldstein's wife, I go around there every Thursday night and we have an affair. You've worked for him for 20 years, having an affair with his wife? Yes, well, you know, I've told you something never to be repeated, that's no problem. What about you, Sol? Well, you're not going to like it, boys. What is it? He says, something I've never told anyone else before in my whole life. He says, yeah, I can't keep secrets. I've got to tell you the last one, because it didn't Oh, you've got the Jewish mother, and she has got the son from hell, obviously. Anyway, he goes out, trying to get married. Eventually rings her up, Mummy, I've got my wife, I'm getting married. Oh, that's so good, David. What's her name? Her name, well, this is very unusual. We're getting married on an Indian reservation. She's a true Apache girl, and she's called Shooting Star. Oh, David, that's wonderful news. I'm so pleased. and the chief's going to marry us, and we're going to do it in a wigwam, and he's giving me a name, Mummy. Oh, yes, that's brilliant. What's your name? I'm going to be called Running Water. Oh, David, that's wonderful. I'm so pleased for you. And Mummy, I'm really hoping you're going to come, and we're hoping to give you a name. She said, don't worry, David, I've got my name. From now on, I'm Sitting Shiver. You're laughing. The band is superb. Where are they? Let's get